Hi, this is Kirubakaran Rajendran, founder of algo trading firm squareofbots.com. So this is a short video, where I wanted to share my learnings with respect to meeting multiple traders in the last 10 days. So I was part of a speaker with respect to Jainam event, and also I went to face-to-face event organized by Elon Markets. So there were multiple traders, different set of traders, not only from the participants, even different set of speakers where they do follow different set of strategies. So over the interaction with all these people in the last 10 days, there are multiple things I have learned. So I just wanted to shoot a short video and wanted to share what are the things that I've learned, which I find it would be really helpful for other traders as well. See, with respect to Surat event, which is organized by Jainam, so it was a 2 days event. The first day it was attended by more than 500 people, and the second day it was attended by more than 6,000 people. So one thing that I have observed is there is no language barrier when it comes to trading. So I could see many people there where they were not able to communicate with me because I do not know Hindi and they are not really much comfortable with English, but still they did not hesitate to reach out to any of the traders or any of the speakers who came on the event. So even if there is something which they did not understand, they came, they spoke to the speakers, and they were able to ask them, they clarify the doubts, they were able to take notes. So they were very serious about it. So but sometimes we ourselves, even though we do not have any language barriers, we are really hesitant to seek help from others. We might think, okay, what this other guy would think about, whether this guy would respond to me or not. So all these things will keep on going in our mind, and we eventually do not seek help. And also, it is not only an event to learn from the speakers based on the presentation. It is more than learning from these guest speakers. It is more about interacting with other traders. So all these 500 plus traders who came for the Jainam event on day one, they were able to interact among themselves. So there were no huge learnings that they share between all these traders. So that was a huge eye-opening moment for me, because I always thought there is some language barrier where people are always hesitant to reach out to other traders. But no matter what, if you really have that willingness to reach out and learn from others, definitely these language barriers is not at all a problem. So one important point is there are multiple traders who have I've seen personally and who have met them, where they have been trading from 10 lakhs. There are a set of people, and there are people who have been trading with 50 crores, 100 crores, and they do not show off. They do not even exist in social media. So they have their own closed accounts. They trade only for themselves, but they do not boast about it. They do not post MTMs because they concentrate only on their own trading income. And many people are actually prop traders. Like, what they have done is, say for an example, if they have a capital of 1 crore, so they go and trade with prop desk, where they put this 1 crore and the prop desk give them a leverage of 4 or 5x. So from 1 crore their capital goes to 5 crores, and accordingly they make money. And from these extra leverage that which they are getting from these prop desks, they have to pay interest. So this is one kind of mechanism. So each and every prop desk has its own terms, but 90% of the traders whom I have met in Surat are actually trading with prop desk. So they have increased their capital exponentially 5 times or 10 times through getting these leverage from prop desk, but also they are able to control their risk. When I ask them what is your drawdown, 90% of them said that their drawdown is less than 8% or to 10%. So that is the maximum downside that they have seen in the last 2 years or 3 years that they have been trading in the markets with respect to option selling. So after learning from these traders, I thought, okay, probably I should also allocate certain portion of my capital towards prop desk, because if I wanted to trade with 1 crore, currently I'm putting 1 crore and then trading it. But instead of that, if I just put 20 crores and then get leverage of additional 4x from the prop desk, I could just easily pay interest rates towards it, because you pay interest rate only when you take leverage. Say for an example, if you're trading only on Thursdays, so only for expiry days you have to pay interest rate, which is very minimal. So this is a win-win situation for both the prop desk as well as the traders, who have a very good strategy with the minimal drawdowns, where they could able to control the risk overall. So this is additional good learning from me. So I thought, okay, probably once I'm back to Chennai, I should start working on this prop desk model for myself as well, so that I'll have 2 different accounts, one where I put all my capital in one place, and another place I'll also put portion of my capital to try out how this prop desk works. And we always debate this option buying versus option selling, but 95% of the traders whom I have met in the last 10 days over these 2 events, in the Goa event and the Surat event, 95% of them are option sellers. So only few of them are option buyers. And with respect to option buying, they don't buy the options in the morning and then sell it in the evening. They're just not mostly it's a scalping trading. They'll just get in and get out very quickly. That is how most of the option buyers are. With respect to option selling, most of them are directional traders. Some of them are non-directional traders, and many of them use any kind of time-based straddles or strangles. So these are the different type of trading strategies that all these traders are applying. But what I've noticed and what I've learned is all these big traders who have been trading with a large capital base, they do not just trade with fixed stop loss, they trade with a hedge. They have this OTM hedge where they wanted to protect the downside or upside if the market moves significantly on any side of the direction. They wanted to protect the capital. So many big traders who are trading with bigger capital, they never trade without hedge. They always have a hedged position into the system. Just because a backtest says that there is no big downside that has happened in the last 2 years or 3 years during their backtest results, they don't consider it. They always assume a worst case scenario. Okay, what if in case something happens, I wanted to protect my portfolio. So they always have this hedge. And one more thing is, mostly when people trade positional or when they trade overnight, they have this hedge because they wanted to avoid all these black swan events that could happen overnight. So they have this hedge. But there are very few set of traders who consider that there could be a black swan event that can happen on intraday movement as well. Say for an example, market is going on and suddenly there is very bad news that is occurring, just like 9 or 11 twin tower attacks. So these kind of attacks, if it happens during market hours, or if there is any worst case things that happens during market hours on intraday, definitely market could tank significantly. So they consider these hedges on intraday trades as well, not only on positional. So if you are trading with large capital base, you start working on how to add the hedges. So all this hedge should be built in such a way that it shouldn't eat away all your profits. So the profit should also be there, and also the cost should be very minimal so that it can help you to protect the downsides only when there is these kind of big sudden move that could happen at any time. So before I go ahead and explain the other points which I've learned from these meeting these traders, I just wanted to give a small update with respect to my followers. As you guys know that I do not have any trainings or webinars as such. I decided to do a 3-day shoot with Upsurge where I wanted to record certain things with respect to trading strategies, money management, trading psychology, all in general, where we covered in detail about all these 3 aspects, where we have shot specifically for 3 days continuously to cover all these topics in detail so that it would be really helpful for people who wanted to get into rule-based trading. So if you're a person who's trying to get into markets, who wanted to develop your own trading strategies, or who's looking for a right directional path to get started with trading or rule-based trading, I would highly recommend you to check out this course from upsearch.club. So more than the participants, there were almost 25 to 30 different speakers, guest speakers, who were able to present multiple topics related to trading strategies, trading psychologies, money management, and multiple parts. So what I have observed is, if you have read the book called Market Wizards by Jack Swagger, where during 1988, I think that was the first edition which was released, where he interviewed the top traders across the world and he just published it as a book, like what is a trading style, what is a trading methodology, what kind of trading strategies they follow. So like everything in detail about each of the traders was published in that book. When I read that book, I realized that okay, all these traders are successful, but the best part is every single trader follows their own different set of strategies. Somebody will say technical analysis works for me, but fundamental, I don't believe in it. And some other trader will say, I don't believe in technical analysis, I believe only in fundamental analysis, that helps me. But when I look back, all these traders are making money. So it is not only the strategies or what kind of trading strategies that they follow. It is mainly more about your knowing yourself, what kind of trading strategy is suitable for yourself, and then following that. So that is the main key that I could see, where all these traders are really successful, but they are successful because they were able to find out what is suitable for them. So just because a trading strategy is giving you highest profits, you can't go and just follow that, because you need to know yourself whether you know what kind of trader you are, what kind of trading psychology suits you. So if you are specifically looking for high returns, then obviously trend following or breakout system is the one which can give you such high returns. But also that is the same system which can give you high drawdowns or high time drawdown also. So just don't go by the returns. Ask yourself whether you would be able to stick to that system for a longer period of time, because only when you are able to stick to the system, whatever the profits that you see on the backtest, you would be able to get it. So if you really find it hard to stick to the system, do not follow that. So just don't go by the overall statistics. Just find out whether you will be able to stick to the system on a day-to-day basis, whether you would be able to understand the fluctuations or not. So that is why I always recommend users to try any strategies with one lot or with a minimal lot, one lot or two lot, at least for 100 days, so that you will understand how the market behaves and how your strategy behaves with respect to each and all these kind of different market cycles. So you will know, okay, on expiry day this is how my system works, probably on Friday this is how it works. So over the period you will get used to it, and then slowly if you build up your capital, you will have the conviction to stick to the system. So never put all your capital at once, whatever the trading strategy, however the results might be, however good the overall backtest results looks like, but always try to test the systems with one lot or two lot, at least for initial few days, at least for 100 days, and then scale it. And with respect to participants, this is the first time that I've attended back-to-back events within a short span of time, and also from two different regions, one from Surat and one from Goa. The best part is, from 20 years to almost 65 years, there were different set of traders. I was very glad to meet traders who were just 20 or 21 years old, who just got started with trading. And so I was very, very glad to meet one trader who is more than 60 years old. He's actually a retired professor who is just getting started with trading. He was very comfortable with investing, but after retirement he just wanted to try options trading. He wanted to try trading. So he started learning, attending all these events. He started reading out more and more books, and I was able to spend more than 20 minutes with him to trying to understand what he's trying to learn, what was his approach. And so he has a very clear-cut approach. He from starting from returns expectation and starting from what is the risk that he is really comfortable with, everything is very well aware of it. And even after attending multiple sessions, workshops and everything, is clear what are the things that I could take from this workshop. So all this while, so he started investing so much on himself. So instead of going for calls or advisories or anything else, he wanted to learn all those things for himself, and he wanted to put in effort for that even at this age of 60 years old. So looking at those kind of traders, it motivates you to work even more harder. And the best part is, the number of women participants were much higher in the last two events, and I could see housewives, I could see working professionals who has come for attended these events, because they just wanted to know what is the right way to get started with trading. Everybody is aware of investing, but very few people are aware of trading. So they wanted to directly meet all these traders who are known in the markets for a long period of time. So they have been interacting with all these traders to understand their thought process behind it. So it is good to see these kind of varied different set of traders all at one place, trying to communicate with each other, trying to network with each other. So it was overall a very good learning for me. And with respect to yield markets, on the first day there was this session for your network is your net worth, where you have to interact with all 300 participants. So every speaker will be interacting with all 300 participants. So I got an opportunity to share my learnings, and also to get to know what is the issue that they have faced, what is the loss that they have incurred, and what they did. So one lesson that I've learned from most of these participants are, everybody gets started at different point of time. But at one point of time, because of their overconfidence, or because they think that they were able to crack the markets, in one trade they have put so much of capital, so that they thought, okay, this is going to be the jackpot trade. And that one trade completely devastated them. Like, it completely vanished all their previous profits, previous capital, all at once. So because of this, they always have this urge to recover to recover all the losses in just one trade. So just because they have lost everything in one trade, they also have the same mindset of, okay, I have to recover all my losses. Probably this trade is what going to help me out, so it's going to help me from recovering all my losses. So they tend to trade big size, they tend to risk more, and eventually because of all this revenge trading, they've lost huge capital, and then eventually they stop trading, and then now they are in a learning phase to find out what is their actual problem, how to overcome it. So this is something that even I have also personally witnessed. Once you lose a big money, you always wanted to recover that big money in just one trade. So if you are also trying to do that, never do that. Stop doing that. Whatever the money is lost. You can't recover all your losses in just one trade. It is highly impossible. In trying to do that, you might even lose more money trying to recover all your losses in just one trade. So instead of focusing on the profits, I always say focus on the process. Eventually, that would give you profits. So forget about all your past losses. Just think what is the next thing that you could do, what is the correct process that you can follow. So that would eventually help you out to recover all your losses. That may take 6 months, that may take 1 year, that may take 3 years, that is fine. So your idea should not to recover all your losses in one trade. Your idea or your thought process should be, what is the right way that I need to trade that can help me out over the years to recover all my losses and also get back into a profitable zone. And also the best part is all these traders who have failed at one point of time and eventually they are now successful. And the main reason when I think about why they are successful is because most of these traders who failed big time at one point of time and now they are really profitable for the last 3 years or 4 years, they're consistently profitable, is mainly because after they failed, they were able to come back up, mainly because they are not totally dependent on their trading income. They have their job with them. So these job helps them, it gives them peace of mind. Okay, I'm not really bothered about what I'm going to do, paying the rent, EMIs and everything, because all these expenses are taken care by their jobs. So this having a job and then trading gives them a lot more cushion, a lot more comfortableness, so that every time they fail, they were able to get on their feet and trying to fight with the markets and then again come back up. So if you're a working professional who wanted to quit their job and get into full-time trading, just give one more thought behind it, because having a full-time job would definitely help you out to become a better trader. So people tend to say that, okay, if I could quit my job and focus on trading full-time, probably I'll do well. But I wouldn't say that, because having a full-time job will give you enormous cushion for you. So if you're going through a drawdown phase, if you're going through losing streaks, if you're completely full-time without even having a job, then your mind will start thinking about it. Probably I should have not left my job. And this puts you even more performance pressure and you might not be able to take the right trading decisions. So definitely having a full-time job would help you out. So have a full-time job, try out the trading, and probably over 1 or 2 or 3 consistent years of profits, then your capital itself will grow at one point of time, and then at that point of time you can try quitting your job and coming into full-time trading. But just because you do not have time to trade, don't quit and come into full-time trading. That might definitely dampen your overall trading performance. And one more interesting part is, like for an example, when I started trading with this auto adjustment short strangle bot, and recently in December I started using this OTM hedge for margin benefit, so that I could increase my overall lot size from 50 lots to 100 lots. But what other traders are doing it differently is, they also do this hedge, but they don't use this hedge to double up their lot size. Instead, what they do is, they'll use this hedge and then they'll free up certain margin so that they could trade additional uncorrelated strategies towards that. Say suppose you have 1 crore of capital and you are trading, you're blocking the full margin, you are trading it. That is one thing. Now with this 1 crore of capital, you use OTM hedge so that the blocked margin reduces half, like from 1 crore it reduces to 50 lakhs. But here I'm not going to utilize the full 1 crore and increase my overall position size. Instead, I'll trade with the same position size, but I'll use this hedge, OTM hedge, so that the blocked margin will be half. The remaining half I can use it for other strategies. So this is one way where most of the traders where I have interacted with, they have also suggested the same part. So if you are not trying to use OTM hedge, probably you can use it so that you could trade with other bots or other strategies, so that you are utilizing the capital in an efficient way instead of increasing the overall leverage. So these are some of the best learnings that I've learned personally from meeting all these 6,000 plus traders in the last 10 days. So overall it was a memorable business trip. So I'm glad that I got an opportunity to interact with all these traders, and also I was really glad that I was able to receive the memento not only from NSE chairman but also from BSE chairman. So like 15 years before, when I started trading, I never thought like, okay, these things could happen eventually. But over the period, everything fall in place. But I'm really grateful for such kind of opportunities which I've received. From this year onwards, I'll start attending even more events, so that it helps me out to meet personally with many traders. So going to these events, one thing that I've learned is, not it is just for a learning purpose to listening to all those speakers. It is more about your network, because if you think about in your own life, if you look back and see, you are now what you are, it is mainly because of few people that you have met down the line. It is because of few decisions that you have taken because of these few people. So people will always have some impact, whether knowingly or unknowingly. So meeting people will always help us to explore more. Definitely we might not know where some of the other people could take us to the next. So definitely there could be a chance that few people that we met during these network events could take us to the next level. So that is why I'm really excited to being part of all these events. So this is what I wanted to convey in this video. So thank you guys, thank you for your time. If you guys have any questions or comments, please share it in the comment section. Thank you.